What? Oh.
The Wolf of Snow Hollow. It's been a while since I've seen a movie like this. I'm talking out a distinct kind of line delivery with sarcastic overtones and incredibly dry humor. There's a great early line that explains what I mean perfectly, where after a joke is cracked, a police officer says, "Yeah," everybody laughs until she spreads out the crime scene photos. That kind of humor. This film is kind of like Fargo, but is based out of a town in Utah. The Wolf of Snow Hollow follows a sheriff trying to solve a series of brutal murders that everyone around him seems to think is being done by a werewolf. Despite the sheriff's protests and attempts to control the populace and the situation, it quickly spirals out of control. The star of the show is Jim Cummings as the Sheriff John Marshall and director of the film. Watching him get increasingly exasperated and tired of the incompetence of his fellow officers and still being entirely unaware of why the public dislikes cops or why women are usually murder victims before a look or another comment puts him in his place is really fun. For the most part, I really enjoy it. I've seen one of Cummings' other films, 13 Cameras, before, and the scumlord from that film, Neville Archibald, makes a fun cameo appearance if you've seen 13 and 14 Cameras. 13's good, 14 is not so good. That got a fun chuckle out of me. The other standout actor here is Riki Lindome as Julia Robson. She has so many funny looks and soft yet subtle line deliveries that had me giggling a bit. She's just fun. She was fun to watch, and she shows up a lot more than I expected for the character. As for the film, the story is enjoyable. I wish it was more of a whodunit, but it ends up being a character study of a dumb, sarcastic, yet very troubled man trying to keep everything together, and it ends up pretty enjoyable anyway. The gore isn't great and is shown at a distance. I do, however, love the kill scenes. They're typically intercut with the cop's reaction to the body, with the victim trying to fight back or get away. I love that creative choice. Sometimes it even goes to the cop seeing bodies in the background as he tries to think things through. There's some fun death moments as well, but I do have to say that the last third of the film kind of drags, which really sucks. I understand why, and I can't really talk about it without going into some spoilers, but everything leading up to the ending, kinda meh. I like the end reveal, I like it enough, and the practical wolf suit looks good too. I think this film is good when it keeps its black comedy dry wit edge. At about the halfway mark, it loses it. I just wish it kept it through for the whole film. Otherwise, it is a very fun romp that I feel more people should have seen. Sadly, it was only released in a select couple hundred theaters and garnered less than $1 million in revenue. I think it has very unique cinematography style and an entertaining humor to it, and fun if not stupid characters. Again, I wish it was more of a whodunit, but for what it is, it's serviceable enough. One thing I don't understand is why you're calling it The Wolf of Snow Hollow and trying to act like it's a big fairy tale title. That's a huge, look at the title. Look at the font they're using. It's all flourished and pretty, but they don't do anything with it. They don't play with it. It ends up being a cop drama, black comedy, which I also enjoy, but there needs to be a bit more. Most of the line deliveries here are fantastic, especially from Cummings, and his family drama is fun too. There's a scene with his daughter where she gets injured and they end up fighting that's as believable as it is funny to watch, but then the movie spirals. Again, it's a very, very enjoyable, very funny first half. I love how all the cops are bumbling and superstitious, and Cummings' character dislikes all of that, but still has his own faults to deal with. At one point, he questions why someone would throw a beer bottle at a cop car and genuinely doesn't seem to understand why someone would do that. Like, it's a genuine question he's asking, and Julia Thompson just gives him a look like, dude, come on. That's funny. That's great. I really like that. But unfortunately, that doesn't follow through for the rest of the movie. He can also be pretty vindictive at times, which makes sense when people are dying and he seems to be the only person taking it seriously. But again, by the latter half, Everything just becomes a depressive spiral. He becomes too mean, honestly. That wraps up fairly quickly and not all that much fun or tense. Again, they reveal the murderer. It's not a whodunit. I'm not gonna say if it's an actual werewolf or not. You have to watch the movie for that. Who knows? Ooh, but it does have a practical werewolf suit. I enjoy that a lot. It looks good. But everything else is honestly just okay. I wish it kept that uniqueness going through in the beginning. Some more gore honestly would have been fun too. Just to throw things out there and get more people, splashed with blood or screaming or, have a more focus on the kills. But I understand it didn't have a very big budget, but still, that could have gone a long way. At least the actors all seem like they had a really fun time making this. All in the behind the scenes footage, they're all just talking to each other and having a great time, so that's good. Otherwise, yeah, this very much could have been improved with some more gore, maybe some more unique shots. There were some really good ones where he's seeing bodies while talking to victims and stuff. I like that. That's cool. A few more scenes like that, and you really could have had something a little more art house and a little more special here. Overall, I think it's a flawed but a fun movie, and I think it's worthy of a watch. It's on Shudder if you're into things like this. The Wolf of Snow Hollow ultimately gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around for another one of these. I like mysteries, I like werewolf movies, and this one, I wish it was more mystery. I really do. The werewolf aspect was fine, and it focuses a lot on, oh, what's going on here? Why is a section of this deer carcass cut off? Clearly there was a handprint on there maybe. Look at these paw prints. They're so big. Everyone thinks it's a wolf. What could it be? Everyone thinks it's a werewolf, and the sheriff is just, werewolves don't exist. Am I the only one sane here? And again, as like I said throughout, he's very much still just as bumbling and stupid as everyone else, but in his own unique way. I really like that. Why did it have to go into a depressive spiral in the last half? It bothers me so much. I understand having to put more tension and put more of a character arc into the sheriff, but I feel like it could have been done in a different way. And what we got is just okay. It's not great. It's not very memorable. I remember the reveal at the end. I do remember that, and I remember a lot more of his meetings with AA, things with his father. I remember quite a lot of details in the latter half, but it just doesn't strike my imagination and attention as much as that first half did, especially with those kills being really, really well done. Just a lot of fun with those. I don't know. I think this is worthy of a watch. I think a lot of people would really like this. I think others might be a bit bored, especially if they don't really gel with dry humor. I don't know. Give it a watch. Let me know what you think. Tell me about it in the comments below, and after you're done, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, ring that bell so I can grow and you don't miss a video. I need it. Growing is fun. Let me know what other werewolf movies I should check out. And that's it. Have a great day, and if you're not, have a better one. See ya.
I'm just a ghost in your stereo. The fading memory of a shipwreck in the undertow. You're just a lost soul. And I'm just a ghost in your stereo.